Bro, I have my list exactly. I need to cross it off. So okay, this customer I use this excuse already. Right? Next time I cannot say my car broke down already. Cause car broke down cannot say anything. Okay, mother go in the hospital one time already. Touch wood. Cannot use already. So I have to cross off. Wow, fuck, it's crazy, dude. But
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. And so to start off this year, we have a friend over here, Nigel.
Yo,
close
what's
friend of
up?
mine from high school. So today we're going to be talking about. Just a little backstory. He didn't finish his university,
oh yeah, I did.
and so today we're going to talk about that. Should you actually continue university, or is it just a fucking waste of time? And yeah, Nigel, a bit of your background to our audience before we get.
Basically, yeah, me and Elton went to high school together. How long did we? From 5 years old, right? And then after high school, so we went to BU3, nearby government school. And after that, I went to college actually. I took 1 year of pre-U at Sunway, right? It's basically I took OSMED, yeah. And you went to?
I was in help doing foundation.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we both did that, right? And so after I finished that 1 year of pre-U, I then had the decision to whether to continue on to my degree or not. Basically, did you go after your foundation? What do you do?
I took a break, 3 months. 3 months break before I went degree. And you were like, fuck it, it's not.
No, actually, it wasn't. It wasn't like fuck it. It was quite a not that easy decision, I guess. But honestly, I already confirmed going to take a break, right? As in like after OSMED, right? I think I finished like around year end lah, like around September, November there. So if uni means it's March already. Yeah. So I definitely cannot. That timeline, I was dying already.
Take a break, right? Like,
Wow, that time in college was one of the most stressful times, like study wise lah, right? Not work wise of my life. So after that, at that point in time, like, so after that I was like, oh, I cannot already. So I need like at least a year, right? I need at least a year. So then that's why I went and try and find some work to do, and basically, you can say that I also wasn't that sure of what I wanted to do yet, right? Because I was probably leaning towards what do you call that? What's that degree? Mechanical engineering.
Isn't that mechatronics or whatever?
It's either mechanical or mechatronics, right? Something to do with around there. That's the degree that I was probably gonna end up doing.
I always thought you were gonna become a pilot. So just along the lines you did say you become a pilot.
Okay, yeah. I had many things that happened to me lah. Okay, and I experienced many. Okay, that was one of my first setbacks in my life. Okay, which was I wanted to become a pilot. Oh yeah, because fun fact, my parents are both steward and stewardess, right? So I always had the thought in the back of my mind, hey, maybe I should become, join the aviation industry, right? And so the next level up would be a pilot, of course. So I took and then just so happens coincidentally at that time in AirAsia, they had a recruitment of cadet pilots. So I went ahead and then I went and signed up, right? And then they had a many stage interview. Right, so while I was doing my OSMED, right, and exams and everything, I was also simultaneously like doing this and signing up for everything. So it's quite stressful, especially like some of the interviews actually landed like in between the exam. It's like that 2 weeks was the exam period, and then in between there's one interview which I also need to prepare for, right, and to look like presentable and not look like I'm like some caveman like studying. That's basically how I look when I study. In the middle of exam, I don't sleep.
All the beard growing out, everything, the eyes are like...
Yeah, my eyes are like red. I'm like, I don't know what is real, what is not real. Because, that time I tell you, when I was studying,
OSMED no joke though.
OSMED no, because okay, there's 3 type intake in OSMED. Okay, there is I think it was the October intake. We all finish at the same time, but there's different intake. Meaning that if you join later, means you have to cram. You have to cram the same amount of shit that everyone crammed, but in a shorter amount of time, because you need to finish in the same time anyways, right? So I took the latest of the latest one. Because that's basically what happens when you're a serial procrastinator lah. You don't know what course you want to do. You want to go foundation, want to go A level, want to go what. Then last minute already, no choice already. Just do this one, no choice. Because everything else intake start already, but this is the only one. So I took March. So March was crazy, man. It was like the exams, right, were like non-stop because everyone had time, but I didn't have time, so everything you crammed together. So I thought I was crazy in high school the way I studied, but the way I study in, because actually I think that I'm quite a lazy person. At heart lah, I think I would naturally tend to be more lazy lah if I can. But unfortunately, I'm lazy. But also, I'm also equal part lazy, equal part kiasu. If you remember how we always after exam, right, after SPM or after whatever, then confirm everyone's like, come on.
Not only studies, right? This guy basketball, anything also damn fucking kiasu.
Very competitive. I don't know why.
Even friendly recess also, you want to wipe people again.
So I always come out, hey, 你的答案是什么？你的答案是什么？ and then 不一样啊 then fight already. No, cannot, it's not. Then you bring out the textbook.
Then he will prove, try to prove everyone correct.
Everyone try to prove everyone correct. Everyone try to prove that my answer is wrong. Everyone try to prove that everyone's answer is correct. Then you just bring out the textbook. No, it's like that. This is the question. Wow, fucking stress, dude. Holy shit.
I just want to walk off and just like, fuck, done already.
Done already, right? But I also want to do that. In my heart, in my brain I want to do that, but my heart cannot let me. My heart's like, I need to prove that I'm the best.
You get the right answer. You're all wrong.
You're wrong.
You're all fucking wrong.
I'm right. So that's like times 5 in OSMED. And then it was me and Summer. I put Summer through hell, dude. Because basically no one else to do that too, right? I only do that to him only. So hey, dude, this one correct. He's like,
this fucker.
Just fucking shut up. Just fucking shut up, Nigel. Just leave me alone, mate. Yeah, so that's basically, and so because of that, right, the kiasu part is like overpowering the lazy part.
But OSMEDs, after the OSMEDs, the general trackline is to go to Australia and continue a degree, right?
It will make sense too lah. Like obviously Australia, you're doing what you're doing Australia from 6. Yeah, that's what OSMED is. Australia from 6. So it will make sense if you go to Australia lah, because the syllabus that you're studying and everything is Australia based. Yeah. So what will happen is that I was so lazy that I would look like a very big slacker during the day. Right, so I'm like, sleep in class, fuck around. Yeah, and then everyone see this Nigel guy. This guy, something. Then as soon as I go home, right, I study in the library. Oh shit, I don't sleep. I legit, I didn't think I can do that, but my longest stretch I think was like 36 hours no sleep during exam period. So in the exam, right, it was so bad. I think. In my brain I was saying that, it would make more sense if you go to sleep even though you don't study and then you go for exam, at least you're fresh.
Did you fucking KO during the exam? What exam you said you...
No. I mean, I got sleep in the exam before, like just for 5 minutes only. Like I just had no choice. I just need to rest. It's not I'm very sleepy, but my eyes very like tired and dry.
Isn't that what sleepy means? Fuck.
So I'm very tired and dry, so I need to close my eye. And then after that, I continue exam. But hey, I thought I did very badly, but actually not bad. What? 91 ATA, bro. That means it's like you get 91 分, right? Yeah, it's like you're in the top 10% of the world, right? So actually in that sense, it's not that I cannot study lah, right? I don't feel like I'm someone that like study is not for me. Actually, if I wanted to do it, I can lah. I just need to put in a little bit more effort than your average person.
You got a degree, going to kiasu all the way until...
So yeah, is it sustainable?
Honors,
bro, how many? 4 years. Engineering 4 year, bro. How? I think year 2, I'll be like just walking, I just dropped it.
You'll be people on the news.
I just walk suddenly, right? Then in campus, right, suddenly I just collapsed there.
20-year-old student.
just collapsed dead. For no reason, just dropped dead. That's crazy. So basically... because of that, I had to think properly lah. And because I really didn't know what I wanted to do in my life yet. And I thought, deep down, I thought like I had this instinct that, hey, maybe I should go and experience other things first. Maybe from those experiences, I can grow a bit as a person, and I can understand myself a bit more, right? And then I'll be able to make a more informed decision.
But what did you try out what did you try right after that period of time?
Basically, it wasn't so intentional and so like cool, like, oh, I'm gonna try things, I'm gonna experience life, and I'm gonna have a more wider perspective of the world. No, it's more like I'm just confused and shit. I'm just like doing whatever. I'm just like whatever happens. So at that point in time, I got a job. Right, I got a job at a company. I was doing admin. I was just doing stuff and everything. And so soon after that, okay, I have to be very careful about what I say here. Okay, so soon after that, I started working for this company, right? And I did sales and marketing, right? So I got to experience the 9 to 5 life, right, for a few months. Actually, for not a few months. I think for like 3/4 of a year, right? I was doing so I was doing filing. I was doing registration for customers. I was doing a stock count. Wow, that was crazy shit, man. Like, okay, I'm not gonna get into that. Okay, so I was doing basically very mundane tasks, like very meticulous and very boring things. And so, it's not something that I enjoy, lah. Okay, it was like.
It doesn't challenge you enough.
No, it challenged me in the wrong way.
As soon as must file properly,
No, it challenged me in the wrong way because it's not something I want to do anyways, right? It's not something I'm passionate about. And one thing about me that I realized is that if I'm not passionate about a thing, right, it's very hard for me to wake up and do it.
And why we try, right?
It's like I'm suffering every morning trying to meet that, and it's not even that early, I think my job starts at 10. Okay, most people's job start at like 9,
Yeah.
My job start at 10 so that I don't have to, like, the boss say, okay, why want to waste time in traffic, right? Just come a bit later and you can reach at the same time, right? So even then I was like struggling to wake up, and then when I reached, right, I was like sleeping at work and everything. I was like, because my desk's quite high, right?
The story of Nigel's life, right? He just sleeps in class.
Just sleep in class, sleep in work, sleep in uni. Basically, bro, my life story is sleep, bro. Actually, I've been trying to fight sleep my whole life. My dream, I always tell you one, right? I'm Elton, how to wake up early. Like, cause Elton always posts all this productivity shit on his YouTube channel. Like, wow, this guy, confirm if I ask him, he can teach me how to wake up early already.
Until now.
Hey, okay, now okay.
Tak jadi pun.
No, now very good already. Legit, now very good already. I tell you why later. Okay. So basically, I was like, I was doing that job, and then I really hated it, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this anymore. So then I sort of transferred department in the company, and I did sales and marketing, right? That was a bit better, right? And so basically for this sales and marketing position, there was no basic, there was only commission, right? So it was quite something that I thought about for quite a while, right? But then I think the one thing that at that point in time, I had a few like mentors in my life already, right? And so I think one of the most important conclusions or like viewpoints for me at that point in time to make some drastic decisions were I had a bit more clarity in my life. Maybe I didn't have as much clarity on who I was at that point, but at least I had more clarity on what I wanted in life. And I realized that no matter like fortunately or unfortunately, I was an ambitious person because of the kiasunas, right? Yeah. So unfortunately, I happen to be someone who wants a bit more of the finer side of life, right? So whether it be if I went to get a degree or if I went to get a job, I would mathematically not be able to achieve what I wanted to achieve, right? Based on the amount of money I can make, right? I would not be able to get where I want to get, right? So at least I was clear on that.
You know what you want.
At least I was clear that if I go and do this, right, I know whether or not there is a possibility where I can live the life I want to live, right? So if I'm sitting there doing admin all day and I'm making like what 1.8, 2K every month, it's not. I'm gonna rot away. I'm literally gonna rot away. So that was something I had to get out of. So basically, as with that as my main, point to convince myself that hey, and the fact that to put things into perspective really helped. The fact that hey, I'm only 18, I'm only 19. Don't need to rush based on other people's timeline, right? Don't need to so stressed about what other people think about you, right? I mean, obviously, I can never get rid of the feeling of like caring about what other people think, but at least I have some sort of clarity that hey, just experience anything you can when you're in your 20s. It really doesn't matter, right?
You have time.
You really have time, and then like, because I have people around me, right, and they are very they are quite, I don't know, conservative people when it comes to career, right, and life.
You have to got this set.
It's like no time already. It's like you after this one you need to do that one already. You need to work already. It's like so this when they say these things to me, it makes me like.
I want to prove you wrong.
Like Nigel, no, it makes me very stressed.
Back to high school, I want to prove you wrong. Your answer is fucking wrong.
Maybe that's a bit of that.
Yeah.
Maybe yeah. Now that you mention it, maybe there was some of that. Like hey, you know, I want to prove you wrong. You know, I want to show you that is not only the right way to do things. There are many. Life is an open-ended question, right?
Yeah,
you can definitely do whatever you want. So I transferred and I did sales and marketing, and I would say that I did that for 4 years of my life, right? And I would say that was one of the most. If you asked me 1 year ago, I cannot say this. But if you ask me today, I can say that I think that would be one of the best decisions that I've made in my life so far, right? Compared to taking that 4 years to do a degree, I took 4 years in the University of Life.
Learn life properly.
I did University of Life, and looking back, I'm very scared to see the person I would be if I go in and take the degree. I would be a very inexperienced, immature, a very.
I can see Nigel just studying, and party and sleep and just KO in class.
It would be disgusting. It would be a very disgusting.
It's just OSMAT repeat for 4 years.
But even worse. But OSMAT repeat, but times 2 or times 3. It will be disgusting. I think But doing this, I feel like I get to take life into my own hands a bit more, right? Oh, and also, of course, there's the family situation whereby if I went into the degree, I would be under my family's like control, right? Because they're paying for the degree, they're paying for my life expenses, right? And I'm living their place, right? So I cannot do anything too crazy, right? Because if I do anything too crazy, basically I won't get funded lah. So I'll like starve and die lah. Basically, I'll die.
Still in the garage, man.
So then basically, I have a bit more control in my life lah. And
but what was the thing that you did that made you know what you want to get in your life?
I think it was what was the thing I did? I won't say that there is an exact moment, because it's not like some book where you like in that moment I knew, you know, and then everything made sense. No, it's not like that one. It's like slowly every day, you know, you learn things and you experience, and after a while, you know, you do some self-reflection here and there, and you come to a conclusion, and then maybe you come to a conclusion and then you experience more and more and more, and then you falsify that conclusion, right? And so after that you come to a new conclusion, and you keep trying to come to the final answer where you are happy with.
It's just a trial and error.
It's a continuous process, I would say, of trying to figure out yourself and becoming. I think the most important skill or thing for me is to really get to know myself, right? To know. I think it would benefit a lot of people lah.
But what would you say? What would you do to find yourself more? Like what do you actively do to say that I want to know more about myself? What can I do?
Okay, there are a few things. So the first thing is to do what you call that, more practical and more
hands-on kind of work.
No, it's more like doing asking yourself certain questions. Okay, asking yourself certain questions first. At interval points in your life, you should ask yourself certain questions. Like what do you want? And ask deeper questions. Learn how to ask deeper questions. Get comfortable with asking more deeper questions, and get better at answering those deeper questions more accurately and more honestly. Like for example, if you were to ask yourself, what do I want, right? So if I were to ask you, Elton, okay, so what do you want?
Right now?
Yeah, in your life. Like, what do you want in life? If I ask you generally like that.
Generally, honestly, I was just like
the most honest answer.
Yeah, the most honest answer is I'm not an achievement person. Like, I do like achievement, but at the end of the day, I just want to sit back and chill and just like that life, you know, have everything taken care for financially, and just relax, you know. Yeah,
so that's a great answer, you know. But then the next question I will ask you is, how much do you need to financially accommodate all these things that you want in your life to be comfortable, right? Because everyone has a number.
Correct.
When people say that, oh, I want how much, I want to do what, right? Or people say, oh, I want to make a lot of money. But how much is a lot, right? Because a lot to you, a lot to you can mean very little to me, and vice versa, right? And then the next part of the question would be, you want to make a lot of money, right? But but actually it's not the money that you want.
Because what kind of lifestyle you want to live?
Or rather, because you put the money in the bank, right? It's just sitting there
Yeah.
in it. So actually, money is just a tool for a transaction, right? So actually, what you want is the things that you buy with the money, right? So you want to buy camera gear, or you want to buy a new laptop, right? Or you want to buy a new phone, right? So are these the final answer? Is this the thing that you want, right? But actually, it's not, because let's say you were to buy the phone or the laptop, you want to use it for a certain purpose, right? Let's say you want the phone so that you can connect with your friends, or you can play games better, right? It's the feeling that you're after, the feeling of happiness when you play your games on your phone, the feeling of connection when you get to connect with your friends. And so maybe that's what you're after. Maybe your whole thing about yourself is that you crave connection. Like, I know some people.
It's always asking the deeper why.
I know some people that basically their whole goal in life is to get the approval of other people, right? And that's usually how kiasu people are born. You watch Naruto before?
I watched a bit.
Yeah, basically the story of Naruto lah. Like, the whole village shun him, and then he wants to
out
get.
to prove.
Yeah, he's out to prove people wrong. It's the same. People want these few things: approval from other people. They want options in life. They want freedom.
It always comes down to that few things.
Yeah, and basically, more people usually have one more inclined one, that is most pressing towards them,
yeah.
right? And so that becomes so if you get to know a person's like this thing, right, then you can sort of be able to know you can control that person already lah, basically. If you have employees and you know what your employees really want, then you can really, guide them in the right way.
It's also their motivation. So it comes down to the end is, what is your motivation?
But the most important, right, is not other people, it's yourself, right? So you need to know what is your thing. And you need to know. So that's the first part of like getting to know yourself, I would say. Asking the right questions constantly and getting good at it, right? Because it's not something that comes easily, right? Because like as soon as like I ask you, what do you want? Honestly, it's a bit difficult.
Yeah.
Right? It's a bit like,
because what you want now might not be what you honestly want in your life.
And to look really and to honestly answer, maybe you also don't dare to look inside, And so the next thing I would say is to like really try. Like I have people in my life that I'm close to that see the life I live, right? And then now they have an option to do the same, but it's very different. It's very, very like uncomfortable and very stressful and scary for them to do something that is like
it's
not normal.
Yeah.
So-called not normal. But to me, I'm like,
it's part of you.
To me, it's like nothing already, Because like you have to really get comfortable with the unknown. And so to find yourself, you really need to try everything lah, I would say. Just try a bunch of stuff. Because really, if you didn't taste lobster before in your whole life,
you wouldn't know
how can you say whether you like lobster or don't like lobster?
Yeah.
Right? So you can't say I don't know what I want to do, because you have not tried so many things that you can say that you have nothing in life in this world, that you have nothing that you like to do, because you don't know, right? So I think that's the most important thing lah, is to really, like you say, once you stop, it's very hard to go on, but when you try new things, it's the same thing. Once you stop trying new things, right, and you fall into a situation where it's very comfortable for you, it's very hard to get out of that
I feel
phase.
like because we try a lot, we are constantly moving. The momentum actually helps you to constantly seek new things and be able to, because once you're stuck, you're comfortable in your own space, right? Inertia lah. Don't know what law is that lah.
Yeah, not only in physics but also it comes in life as well.
If you keep on moving, you will keep on moving. You stay there, you kind of fucking stay
yeah,
there.
you become okay. There's some people that is like analysis paralysis. They think too much, right? And I know a lot of people like this. People that like they want to do it, but they keep on thinking. They keep on like this is a very my most famous line when it comes to when I did sales and marketing, right? When I go and meet customers, I'll think about it, right? Actually, like that line itself is so absurd, because when you think about it, right, what do you need to think about? How long do you need? Now you can think right? Think now, right? You want to go home and ponder, and how many things you want to think?
Can you consider, right?
When people say think about it, right, it already means no already, right? Usually, 90% of the time, think about it.
It's an excuse. It's a nice way to just
say no.
Nah.
Usually what I say, right, it always like I'll be like, sir, it's okay. Usually I've been doing this a long time. It's okay. Usually when people say I think about it means no, you can just tell me no, and I'm okay. One, we can still friend one, because it's very wasting my time. I need to go back and I need to put you in the back of my mind.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, I need to put you in the back of my mind. So,
as you mentioned, has age ever been a issue when you're doing these kind of things?
I think a little bit. When I was back in the day when I used to run the market, I used to go out. Like, it was really quite a crazy time, honestly. I don't think anyone or a lot of people would have these kind of experiences where, when you do sales, right, when you want to sell something and you do marketing, you, in the beginning, right, you really have to go yourself, all those sales calls to, Ipoh, Klang, Kajang, you drive alone, you go there, you meet the client, you pitch your thing, and then, so it's really a very, it's quite scary at first, but after you do it, you feel very empowered. You feel like nothing can stop you.
Can I say it's not for everyone, but you are recommended to actually try it out to live it?
Yeah, I would recommend that everyone do something like that where, number one, you're doing a job where it's performance based.
Correct.
A lot of people are very scared to do business, very scared to do jobs that only pay you based on your performance, like sales, because what if at the end of the day
it's really reflective of your...
what if at the end of the day the truth is come back that actually you suck? Right? Can you face the truth that you are no good in this world and that whatever you do cannot produce actual results and that you need to go and work for someone, right? That's quite a scary truth to face, right? So that was one thing. Age, I think, back to your question, age mattered, but not a lot, because I felt like, not to toot my own horn, but I learned how to carry myself more professionally, right? Of course, when I talk to clients, I speak properly. I don't speak like I speak to my high school friends. I can be well spoken, so I speak nicely, and I dress well. I dress, shirt, suit, long pants, everything nice. So I think in that sense, it sets me apart from.
So how you present.
Yeah, it's about how you carry yourself. Correct. You can't be scared. You can't be fearful. You need to, even though you're scared and you're unsure, you need to be confident. And I think confidence comes with, number one, your character, but number two, it comes with experience. After a while, after you do it, right?
And it's just,
after you do it for 4 years, you're like, what, another new meeting, another person,
It's just another thing on the calendar for you to do.
So and I think it's really good in a sense that, number one, it helped me to experience a lot of things, and number two, it helped me to meet a lot of people. It gave me a lot of exposure to like a whole bunch of people, like people that I would never meet purposely if I didn't do these kind of things in my normal life, right? And so right now I'm able to be more comfortable and be more like I can read people better, right? Like there's only so many types of personalities actually, right? There's only variations of certain types of personalities. So when I meet a person now, right, I was like, I already know
you can see
what 什么款 right? What kind of person you are.
Right.
Yeah. So that's basically what I did for 4 years of my life, right?
Right. Alright, talking about personality, there's this thing that I want to ask you before we move on. So, you said you're a lazy person. Okay, I also identify as a pretty lazy person. I'm very lazy to stuff. So, there's this one trick which they say, how do you change your laziness, let's say, is you identify with something. Let's say, what do you identify yourself as? You are Nigel D, like when you tell people, businessman or entrepreneur.
Actually, it's very, very hard. When people ask me, actually, Nigel, what do you do? I'm like, wow, shit.
No, not what do you do. What do you identify yourself as?
What do I identify? I would say entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, right?
I would identify the closest as entrepreneur. Although it sounds very cringe sometimes, but I think no choice. When I see all the other identifications,
you fall under entrepreneur.
I think this would be the closest one.
And as entrepreneurs, the definition of entrepreneur itself is always breaking ground. You're always finding something new. You're solving problems.
Yes, correct.
So in a sense, no matter how lazy we are, no matter how we want to revert back to the comfort zone, because you identify as entrepreneur, it helps you to.
I would say that now I would say that actually I realized that it's not that I'm lazy. It's just that I haven't found something that I'm passionate about doing yet. Right. So after right now I would say that currently in my life I don't like those 4 years were necessary, but it wasn't where I wanted to end up. right? But it was so necessary to build character, it was so necessary to build experience, and it was so necessary to figure out what I actually wanted. And it was so necessary for me to come to a point, because I have this strong belief where, and I realize it now, back then I used to always ask for, I want success, I want bigger things, I want more money, I want to make a shitload of money, I want to do this, I want to do that. And so what I didn't realize was that when I asked for all these things, what happened is that the universe actually brought me those things, right? But in order to get there, in order to be a person that has the skills and capabilities of achieving what I want to achieve, I needed to become someone, right? I needed to become someone more disciplined, more responsible, more capable, more knowledgeable, more wise, right? And so whether I didn't know at that point, but all these things, all these challenges and shit that life gave me was basically is my fault, right? Because I asked for a better life. I need those challenges to become a better person.
You
right?
asked for it, and he
so you cannot complain, right? I complain, but now I look back, okay, I cannot complain, right?
It's like you ask for a door to be open. The door is open for you, but
yeah, then you complain why the door's so heavy, right? So you wanna become successful, but then life gives you challenges, right? Life gives you customers, life gives you business opportunities. Then you stay very stressed, right? So then cannot lah, right? You have to go through it, right? And so definitely it's important for me to get where I am today. And so only when I reach a certain point, then I realized that, actually now only I see the things that I want come in, right? So when I see the things that I want to come in right now, then I think back, I realized that, if the Nigel 4 or 5 years ago had this opportunity, I would screw it up. I would not be able to do it. And I'm so thankful that, actually now only it comes. Only when I'm ready, it comes. Like, I really believe that opportunity only comes when you're ready. So don't worry about finding opportunity. Be more worried about getting yourself ready and improving yourself.
If you're ready, the opportunity comes, you can just take it anytime.
Yes, correct, yeah. So that's basically what I realized. And so now when every day, I don't feel the dread of like waking up in the morning. I don't feel the dread of working. I don't feel so stressed that, of what I'm doing, right? It's like against my nature. Now everything that I'm doing right now is like more towards something that I wake up.
It challenges you to.
I wake up and I feel excited to do it.
But yeah, so you're doing into your content, video production, photography, and also you have a podcast, some sort of love with business. Okay.
What's
all this about?
Okay, I explain to you one part of my life. Now, you know right now, I'm the busiest I've ever been in my whole 22 years of life. I really never experienced this amount of work in my life before. If I imagine last time I know about this type of thing happened to me, I would say I will not be able to do it. I say it's crazy. But somehow it's like I'm doing something that I never thought I can do. This amount of work, right, is insane. Okay, I'll tell you about the videography stuff first. So basically what happened is a very funny story. Last time, our friend Wen Chun, he came on here before, the owner of Vibe Lights. Yeah. So he wanted to do a campaign, right? So he asked around a few friends, say, do a simple video for me, I pay you like $100, $200, right? Do a user generated review, things like that lah, right? So I said, yeah, okay, because I always been interested in cameras. I always have played around with cameras. I always like YouTube. I like creating something about, from your own hands, you use a tool and you create something that looks really nice. It gives you a lot of like satisfaction, right? So that's for me. I said, I do. So I did the Vibe Lights video. Did you see? Yeah. So I did the Vibe Lights video, and somehow a lot of people liked it lah, right? I just simply do,
You simply do. Fuck you.
So I just do only lah. I don't know what happened lah. So I just do whatever happens. It turn out lah. So I do. Then somehow it turned out like okay not bad lah. Then so I posted it, and then Wen Jin really liked it. A lot of people really liked it, and so I didn't think much about it lah. Then after a few days, there's this one guy. He approached me, right? There's this one influencer guy, a mutual friend. He said, hey, I got this company. I think it was like Walls Cornetto or something. Sponsoring me to do a video, right? And I want to do it like very nicely lah. You interested, right? So yeah, okay, sure. And so I did the video, and it turned out pretty good, right? And so from there, he said, let's work long term. I think it's a good, you're good, and then we can do it. We work well together. So then next time he have job, then he'll call me. So from there, I start to gain like work, and jobs and things like that, and people. Then from there, other people found out about this, and then they asked me, oh, are you also doing this? Can you also do this for me? And then from there, then they expand. Then after this guy, approached me, oh, can you do wedding? Can you do event? Can you do like corporate? All these things, Then, this page, that I, like my work, then people start asking me, can I see your previous work, right? Oh shit, I actually don't have a place to put. I don't have a place where you can see. I don't have a portfolio. So then I created an Instagram account and I put all my stuff inside there. What all this thing, right? I want to hide one. Cause I don't want people to see. I can't very paiseh. So I hide. I don't want people to know. So I don't promote anything. I don't tell people one. Then somehow, right? Still people find me.
You put on your bio, of course people see your
I mean, that one is just, no one who clicks onto people's profile and then go and see.
And when I see Nigel,
who goes into people's profile and then look at their bio, and that's like crazy. Only you will do it. No one else will do it.
Probably, yeah.
So then that's what happened lah. And then from there, somehow people keep approaching me, and then it was like quite big brands, Like I did for like Coach, I did for like Walls Malaysia, I did for like Summersby. Actually it's quite satisfying to know that hey, my work is appreciated and it's good, So that's basically what happened. And now I'm doing basically that's taking up like a bunch of my time also to do jobs and everything. Right now I think I'm doing I don't know if I can mention, I'm not gonna mention a name, but I'm doing behind the scenes for a TV series. It's a Malaysian TV series. It's a whole 25-day production, so it's a whole like you shoot movie that type, right? And it's quite big, and then there's quite a big production budget and everything. They rent studios. They have like 3-4 cinema cameras. There's a freaking like jeep, flying everywhere, And I got hired to do behind the scenes and production stills for that thing. So that's quite interesting thing.
Right.
But a lot of people ask me like, oh, why don't you do this full time, right? I think, and all that comes down to clarity, right? Like, I don't think it's possible to get where I wanna go doing video work. Full time, right? It's a trade time for money, and the money is like there's a cap lah. I already know the industry is how lah, right?
Yeah.
You can make money lah. You can live in like a good house lah, but you cannot drive 2 Lambo lah. Let's just say that.
Because you trade time for money.
Yeah.
The amount of time you work, that's how much you get.
Yeah, that you can only charge so much lah, right? Definitely. So definitely you can build a team. And you can build a business around it, but right now it's all about me ma. It's about people want me to do the video ma. If I send a machai there and go and do it's different, right? That is, it's not my work already, right?
Yeah.
And I also don't want to do that because I'm putting my name there, right? What if he do a shitty job, right?
Yeah.
Then he will spoil my reputation and everything. So that's basically it. But it's something that I really enjoy lah, right? It's very tiring. Recently it's gotten very tiring lah. Like it's like borderline enjoy, but very tiring.
Halfway dying.
Halfway dying, but still a little bit okay. I enjoy. But yeah, so at the same time, I always make sure that, again, clarity, you know what you want, right? You always make sure that you have time to sort of work on your businesses. So I'm doing a bunch of businesses also. I can't really mention all of them now, because some of them are still...
Hence, we go to the one that's on your Instagram bio, since I'm the only one that reads it.
Oh, okay.
Love with business.
Business with love.
Business with love.
Yeah, business with love is basically... I had some existing business partners, and then we decided to niche out and to do this small little project. It's not like some big, crazy thing, but it's basically a little pet project that we started to provide education for entrepreneurs and business people, right? Because we realized that, there's a sore lack of, and even for me, when I first started some of my businesses, I didn't know where to begin, right? Like, number one, incorporation, right? How to do?
You can't really
go where? Do what? There's so many. So Sendirian Berhad got partnership, got what you call that? Got enterprise, got LLP, got there's so many things. And then once I choose, how do I know which one is better? Long term, which one is better? What is the difference? Pros and cons. If I choose one, what do I do? Where is the address of the SSM? I go there, I talk to who? It's very intimidating lah sometimes. And then after that, you incorporate already all this hidden fee, like COSEC fee, doing your auditing at the end of the year, doing your what you call it, like auditing lah.
So yours
Basically.
is like a consulting, sort of
So
consultancy.
our goal is to help people like this, and also to help people that maybe their business has been stagnant for like 5-10 years. You know, they need something to rebrand. They need to do some some revitalization of their business. We want to help people like them. It's sort of like a consulting. We thought consulting was the best way, so we haven't really decided which direction we want to go fully yet. So we do have consultation arm. We also do have like we want to sell like courses so that people can just like if you need something like how to start up your business, right, or how to grow your business, or how to revitalize your business if it's been stagnant, things like that lah. So we want to make like educational content, and we also want to bring in like other experts in the field
to share.
like how to run Facebook ads, right? Maybe you can get a Facebook ads expert and make like a A to Z kind of like course or something like that. Right? How to make online videos, things like courses like this, right? Which we want to be able to put in a library so that people can use.
Right. I mean, speaking about this, it's more catered towards, let's say, new business owners or people who are stuck.
We want to cater to a variety of people, right? So we want to have something for the new business people that really don't know where to do, what to go, and we also want to create something for the existing business people that are experienced, but also they feel a bit stuck. Maybe they want to change industry. Maybe they want to change business model. Should they change business model? Right? What business model should they change to? Things like that.
I mean, speaking to our audience are more towards a younger age group. Probably they are coming out to work or starting a business on their own. What would you say, since you've been through that 4 years, what would you say is like a essential or you must have skill set or characteristic that you have to you know,
to start your own business?
Start your business or just basically succeed or make it work?
A characteristic or a skill set. I would say let's put aside all the like industry specific ones. Like if you're gonna go into like selling shoes, you probably need to know a lot about shoes, right? But that aside, I think number one is you need to have experience. I don't know how to say it. Like you need to be someone that is a bit more experienced. Like with experience comes calmness, and you cannot overreact to situations. You need to be very used to facing like seemingly world-ending problems. Like facing world-ending problems on a daily need to be something like very biasa already.
Very mundane.
Yeah, need to be like, oh, it's just another day. Like oh, you know, shit, COVID happened. Like a company gonna shut down. You know,
so
like
being able to adapt and not overreact to things.
Being able to take in the problems and not feel afraid and like just relax, analyze, and proceed. Right. Number two, I think is consistency. Like you really, I think for young people, one thing that really helped me, like to like wake up in the morning and feel like, again, like I mentioned just now, is to do something you're passionate about. Don't like at the end of the day, you really want to try to find something that you can feel excited about doing. Right? If you don't have that excitement and love, right, especially for someone like me who is so difficult to wake up, right, I think it's very difficult lah. Right. It's very like how many times, right, during those 4 years, right, it's like got meeting right tomorrow and then I go to sleep. No, and then I'll be like watching anime, you know, playing game, right? Cause I would watching anime, play game, then go to sleep 4 o'clock in the morning. Then the meeting is at like 9 o'clock, and then after that 9:15. Wow, fucking cold sweat everywhere. Sorry, my grandmother I need to take my grandmother to the pasar. I need to bathe my hamster. I need to walk my tortoise.
He took out his list of excuses. This one you said.
Bro, I have my list exactly. I need to cross it off. So okay, this customer I use this excuse already. Right? Next time I cannot say my car broke down already. Cause car broke down cannot say that. Okay, mother go in the hospital one time already. Touch wood. Cannot use already. So I have to cross off. Wow, fuck, it's crazy, dude. But now it's not so bad. Okay, not only that, but you are passionate about your things, right? But you also need to. I think I just need to grow out of it, lah. After a while, I sort of grew out of it, and then
Alright. So I mean, just before we close it off, what would you say to your younger self, or any advice you give to anyone who's in this similar situation? And most importantly, would you recommend that people like you, is it recommended to just not study university altogether?
No, I do not recommend that you don't study university. Please go and just go and study. Actually, you should just go and study university lah. It's not so bad. It's just 3 years of your life. Unless
Nigel, it's just 3 years of your life.
it's just 3 years of your life. It's not that bad. But if you really don't want to, and you have a very good reason not to, and you really don't want to, then don't be so afraid. Don't worry. It's okay. It's still okay. But if you feel very stressed about it, and you feel like your life is gonna end if you don't go uni, then please go uni. Yes, please go uni. Yeah. Advice I would have to my younger self, I would say, don't worry. All this is preparation for better things. Yeah. So all you people that are feel very stressed and feel like, oh, next time I don't think there's light at the end. No, actually, you just need to believe, trust the process.
Trust the process.
Legit trust the process.
76ers been trusting the process since forever. Okay.
Trust the process. Legit trust the process.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you, Alton, for having me. I hope since even though I maxed out all your stuff, I can be invited again.
This is
to come
part
back.
3 because we've cut probably don't know how many times.
I talk the most. I know I talk a lot, but I hope I'll be invited back one day.
Yeah, so check out all his stuff. I'll put in a link in the description. So
okay,
no more
okay.
on your bio.
I will review. I'll tell you which stuff can put, which stuff can put.
Like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Ciao. Okay.
X-Men.
Card full. Oh my god.
X-Men. Okay, I can finish it soon already. Finish it soon already.
Finish soon.
Wrap it up.
He's maxing out all my shit already.
Okay, continue.